Yesterday, someone responded to one of my videos and asked me to take a video of every piece of the Golgotha that remains here. Before that, let me tell you that there are two options. I'm actually taking a video of the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, which is around 90% of the Christians believe that that was the place that Jesus was crucified, died, and resurrect. And some believe that it's outside the walls, the place that's called the Garden of the Tomb Garden, Tomb Garden. Yes. Let me say hi to Shadi. Hi, Shadi. מה שלומך? Then there are two options, and I'm not going to argue which is the correct place. We know that Jesus was crucified outside the gate. We know that probably that place was outside the gate as well. Remember, Jesus was crucified 2,000 years ago. Then at the 4th century, St. Helen came and looked for the evidence. At that place, she found a Roman temple that was built here because of the few options. The first one is at the crossroad of the two main roads of Jerusalem. The second option is that they wanted to hide the place of the tomb of Jesus. I don't know what is the truth, but I feel that it might be the place. And when they turned down that temple, they found the tomb of Jesus and they found the rock of the Golgotha. Let's talk a little bit about the Golgotha in Aramaic and in Hebrew. It's actually a skull, the place of the skull. That place is not mentioned in another place beside the Bible. The Golgotha was mentioned as the place of the Golgotha. They didn't say hill, mount. They just mentioned that it was a place like that. The Bible never mentioned that he was crucified on top of the Golgotha. Some people believe, actually most of the Christians believe that it was on top of it, mainly because the idea is that everyone will see that criminal. But some of the Christians believe that it was next to the Golgotha because it's supposed to be at the high of the same high of any person, and when you will reach that poor man, you will see his sin list, which was above, and if it will be crucified on top of the Golgotha, you won't be able to see the reasons. Some people believe that that is the skull of the first man ever, Adam and Eve, that was buried here. Some people believe that that area looks like a skull, that hill looks like a skull, and some believe that it used to be a crucifixion area of the Romans, and because of it you could see a lot of skulls around. The Jews never mentioned that place before. It's not written in the Bible, and there's no other scripts about it. We know for sure that that used to be a quarry of King Herod. From here he actually curved some of the stones for the Jewish temple, that it was held by the government. Next to it, it was the garden of a rich man by the name Joseph of Arimathea, Yosef Aramati, and he gave Jesus later on his tomb. That's why the tomb is very close to the Calvary, to the Golgotha. The word Calvary is mentioned at the book of Luke. The rest mention the word Golgotha. Then it's not a big hill, but it's a very important place. What we're going to see now is the remains of it. Why the Romans didn't destroy it if they wanted to hide everything from the disciples of Jesus? Mainly because they might be that they use it for some reason. Maybe the Aphrodite statue was on top of it. We don't know that thing, and you know that there's argument between the real Golgotha, if it's here, or the Garden Tomb. But let's go to see every part of the Golgotha. we will start from the lower part and we will say again hi to them. מה שלומך?
עדיין עושה את זה?
רגע, כרגע. Then, let's go in. The facade of the church is only from the 12th century. The church been destroyed so many times. Let's see why people are not entering the church, or maybe just want to stand outside. No? Then first let's to see the Golgotha, the remains of it. And as you can see, if you're asking me to take a video of something that I never did, I will be more than happy to do that. Then just write me, just like he did. I think he's going to be very happy. This is the bedrock, which is made of limestone. And let's go to see it from a different angle. We're entering to Adam Chapel. Remember that one of the option is that the skull of Adam was here. I mean, the tomb of Adam was here, and here it is. This is the same part of the Golgotha stone. Here you can see a creek. Maybe from the day that Jesus died. Remember when he died, the earth shake and so many people resurrect. One of them, according to tradition, not according to the Bible, was Adam, from Adam and Eve, the first man ever. And this is his tomb. Then it might be his tomb, but what it is for sure is part of the Golgotha. The Golgotha is not so high, it's only almost 5 meters high. And let's go out and let's climb up to see the upper part of the Golgotha. Before that, I want to show you the Golgotha from the other part. You can hear the Armenian praying. Oh no, it's not. I think it's Syrian. It's difficult now to see it from here. Then, this is the Golgotha. We have to climb it. But the Crusader wanted to show you how the upper part of it, and the only option to do that is to build a plaza. We will climb through the Catholic part, and the way out, the way down, is from those stairs. That part belongs to the Greek Orthodox. Wow, it sounds so strange, isn't it? Because a lot of, not you, but a lot of my subscribers are writing me bad things about their enemies. And it's so sad to hear that in Christians there are so many enemies between themselves, and they say, all right, it's a Catholic church, I can see it immediately. Then it's not. It's a church that belongs to almost everyone except of the Protestant. They believe that the Garden Tomb is the real site, and I will take a video of it the minute they will open it in the weekdays. The Golgotha, as you can see here, they didn't, the Greek Orthodox didn't mention that it was crucified above it. The idea is that he will be as slow as he can, that people will understand. Now, crucifixion was a special punishment. The Romans had so many different punishments, and this is one of the most difficult punishments for themselves. They did it only to one who betrayed the government. Jesus said, in a way, they believe that Jesus is the God of the Jews, and they already had, not God of the Jews, the King of the Jews, and they already crowned someone else as the king, and that was King Herod. In that mosaic, you can see the skull of Adam and other skull. Then, now when we know the story, let's climb up. And we are very close to 12 o'clock, and he was crucified at that hour. Why it's belonged to so many orders, denominations? Mainly because it's the holiest place for the Christians in the world. It's empty. But people are praying next to the crucifixion place. And and the priests are there, he will be mad at me. Then I will be as close as I can, but I want you to see the bedrock itself. I will explain for you here because I don't want to disturb. The one who prays. First of all, there's a piece of the Golgotha at the Catholic part. Right there. The rest is at the Greek Orthodox part. There's a table there, and there's a line of a few people now, and if you want to touch, the only option to touch the bedrock is by putting the hands in the small hole, and then you will touch the holy of the holy. That is the exact spot, according to tradition, that of Jesus' crucifixion. You can see John and Jesus, above Jesus, Simlist. Jesus from Nazareth, King of the Jews. The other side is his mother. It's covered with glass because people want to take some souvenirs. Here it is. I will put my hands in it. Now I'm touching the bedrock. You can see that the bedrock is all over around. Here it is. I did it for you, and I'm praying now for you. Now, I have videos with all the information about things that you can see here. Then I show you almost the Calvary, the Golgotha. Now, I will talk about the room itself, the chapel itself. If you already saw it, then we can say goodbye, but don't forget to subscribe me if you can. But if you want to continue to watch, please wait. At the description you will see more about the Golgotha and links for my Facebook and my Instagram. And there's something new that you asked me to do, and I did it, and thanks God it works. And for that, I must say thank you for everyone who did it. I'm lighting candles, even if you are not asking. For each one who did it, it's called Buy Me a Coffee. I'm not working from 2020, from February, March, beginning of March. And it actually keeps me alive, and I can, with that donation, your donation, I can actually travel by bus and train to all over Israel to take some videos for you. This makes me happy. You don't need to donate, but I will be more than happy if you will write something. It makes me happy that I know that people are watching it. Then that part belongs to the Catholic. In that part you can find some things that belongs to the life of Jesus, or another name for it, Via Dolorosa, the way of the cross. Next, outside the window, there's a chapel, and many years ago, that used to be one of the entrances to the church. It's called the Friend Chapel, and that's where then undressed Jesus. Another station of the cross is right here in front of you. You can see nailing Jesus into the cross. Above him, you can see the mother, Mary, and to the right of him, you can see Mary Magdalene anointing the legs of Jesus. She knew already at the time of Lazarus that he will die, and she actually anointed his body with her own hair. Then the only figure of a woman with hair, that's Mary Magdalene. Here you can see the three Marys standing in front of the Calvary, the Golgotha, and to the left you can see John the disciple. John the disciple is the beloved one, and he considers to be the youngest one. Then he's got no beard. That's how you will recognize him. The Mosaics is new because in 1808 that church being destroyed by fire. This time not by the enemies of the Christians, this time by the Christians themselves. My mistake. Here you can see Abraham, almost sacrificed Isaac, and Gabriel came to you and said, God believes you. You don't need to do that. Jesus came to complete that mission. This is Jesus in a way. Then he died for our sins, to repair our sins. And most of the mosaic here is new, except of that one from the 12th century, Crusader time, Jesus as the ruler of the world. Next to it, at the Catholic part, you can see Mary with the Spirit in her heart. Mary was the happiest mother ever. I mean, like every mother, he was born. And she was happy. But then she came for the presentation at the temple, and Saint Simon, the priest from the Jewish temple, came to her and said, your son will die in front of your eyes. It will be like a spear will enter to your heart. And here it is. Jesus was crucified at 12 o'clock and he died around 3 o'clock. You already know the 4 letters of 3 languages. Jesus from Nazareth, King of the Jews. John is to the right, remember he's got no beard. Mary is to the left. While Jesus was on the cross, he asked John to take care of his Jewish mother because he knew that without help, his help, she will die. That's why some people believe that Mary went with him to Ephesus of Turkey today. If you've been there, I'm sure that you visit the house of Mary. Look, a beautiful painting that they renewed 2 years ago. It tells you everything about Jesus in Jerusalem. Now, that video was about the Golgotha. One thing left for us to do is to leave the Golgotha through the Greek Orthodox part. Here, they will purify the body of Jesus before he will be buried, and that is that stone of the anointing, and they will put a shroud around him like every other Jew, and they will bury him in a cave. Let me show you the cave from the outside. And this is not a video of the tomb. I have so many videos of the tomb. Here it is. It's not a cave because that place is the most important part in that church, the resurrection part, and it's been destroyed a few times. Then the structure is only from the 19th century. See you in my next video.